Our guest speaker have not been with us for a while. We're so happy to have her back. She's really super busy taking care of her family, but she's going to talk about how to approach the Spanish market. She's a mother of two. She's a wonderful wife to her husband. I met him before at the International. She's in the healthcare industry and does well there. She's a great person. She's a Spanish leader. Without further ado, can we give a warm welcome to Magaly Castro? Can we give her a hand?
Thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to give it back to Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, you are appreciated more than you'll ever know. I always want to show my appreciation because you have changed my life since I've been plugging into your calls, and I've learned so much from you. So I really do appreciate you. You are a true servant leader, and I know you do not, we all know that you do not need to be doing these calls for any of us, and it's just very life-changing for us. So want to give it back to you, Mr. Thomas. Thank you so much. And like he said, my name is Magaly Castro. I am here out of the Phoenix, Arizona market. I was born in a border town in Nogales, which is about an hour south of Tucson, for those of you that are familiar with Arizona. My father is a retired customs and immigration agent, and my mom was a beautician. She stayed home for many years. He is also a Army veteran. So we share that in common, Mr. Thomas. We kind of grew up in that military background. But anyway, so they basically just taught me to go to school, get good grades, have a career, salary job. They didn't know any better. That's what they taught my brother, sister, and I, and that's what I did. I went ahead and got my master's degrees, went ahead and I work in healthcare now. I'm a travel nurse recruiter. That's what I was doing. One day I jump into an Uber, and the Uber driver asked if I look at other ways of making money. Caught my attention. Who's going to say no to extra money, right? So saw the information that the business that we have, and I've been involved with this company ever since, and I absolutely love it. And so that's just a little bit about me for those of you that don't know me. But today, like Mr. Thomas said, we will be talking about how you can boost your business in the Spanish market. So why is this important? Because we do have a global business that we have in our hands. And so Mr. Thomas wanted to talk to you guys about this, because we do have a lot of resources out there. And so the very first I didn't talk about, and it's going to be a lot of information, but hopefully you guys will be able to take something out of it. Who are the Latinos? If you guys have been following, the Latino market is huge. It's America's second largest ethnicity. If you see on here, I have listed some stats. We represent 19 of the nation's population and have been predominant minority in the country for I don't know how long. It's been ongoing for forever. Almost 1 in 5 Americans, 62.6 million are Latino, according to the 2020 census, which from 2010, that's a 23% increase. And if you guys have been following, for about almost half, 44% of makeup are millennials. And so those are Hispanic. That's some information that we've obtained from the 2016 from a Business Wire article. So that continues to grow on. Why is this important? Because millennials drive our business. They actually have a huge potential to do that for their future families. And so Latinos are powered by millennials. Hispanics are the youngest of the major racial and ethnic groups, and the median age for Hispanics is 28 years old. You'll see why this is important information, but as you guys know, this niche group here is going to be the group that will take your businesses to the next level if you are able to find those types of leaders, because that's what we're looking for, right? So why the Latino market? Why would this be important? Believe it or not, even if you do not know any Latinos right now, or you can't think of anything, it still impacts you, because it is something that you do have your hands on. So let me continue sharing a little bit more of statistics. Do you guys know that Latino entrepreneurs start businesses at a much higher rate than other groups? It's been known that in the last 10 years, there's been a 44% Latino growth compared to just 4% of non-Latinos. So that's 2.75 trillion economic output. Imagine what kind of opportunities are out there for that. If you guys have been following the news or following along, you will know that half of the pre-pandemic growth among new small businesses came from Latino entrepreneurs. They increased revenue faster than non-Hispanic businesses. So they listed on here that Latino companies attracted 6.8 billion in 2020, which is a huge jump in one single year. Now, let me tell you why this is important, because it is known that there's not a lot of funding out there for Latinos to start new businesses. With ACN, we have an opportunity because they do not have to worry about funding or anything like that. All they have to do is have a willing and a desire to work, to talk to people. It's all about who they know. Like Mr. Thomas always says, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter where your background is, we have an opportunity for everybody here. These statistics are based off of small companies. These are companies that have construction companies, they have like food services, that kind of thing. And that takes a lot of money to even start. So doesn't even count any type of network marketing. So we have a humongous opportunity with what we have as far as our business goes. And then it is known too, Latinos are 1.7 times more likely to start a business. This is just an actual business, but with our business, as low as our fees are, no overhead, nothing like that, it is a huge desire for them to be able to do this. And then I want to share a fun fact. I think this applies to females in general, but this is what the statistics show. So I'll go ahead and say it. There is a Latina power shift. So in the Latina community, they're outspacing Latino males in education, career development, and are the primary household decision makers. 86% of Latinas are the primary shoppers in their household. So if you are prospecting, try to talk to the females because that'll get you a little bit farther. And again, I think this applies in general. I think females just rule the world, and we will. No offense, guys, no offense, okay? But the bottom line, guys, is Latinos are everywhere. And based on a lot of the stats and the reasons why Latinos have come to the US, you will find that they are willing to go all out. Latinos are hungry. Most of them came here as immigrant families to change their lives for a better dream, to live the American dream. And so you will know that if you start to understand that, that's why they are here. And so our goal is to be servant leaders. ACN teaches us to build your business in your backyard, in your own places, and that is very true. So the reason that I say be servant leaders is because having a global business and building outside of the US isn't going to bring you a lot of money. But you know what it will do? It will bring you people like Mr. Thomas. It'll bring you servant leaders that really, truly want to help, because Latinos know people everywhere. And so if you talk to a Latino in another country, they are going to know people that are here in the US. If you can teach them how to make US dollars, can you imagine what you can do for their families over there? It's not about the money you'll be making, because you will probably not make a lot of money building a business outside. But the Latinos that do live here do know other people. And so again, we are servant leaders, and we are here to really help. And we are here to help other families. So that is why this will impact you, and why it can impact your business, and why it can help you. If you truly are a servant leader, you have that servant heart, you will definitely want to be able to help a lot of families by doing this. And so, whoops, sorry about that. That went a little bit backwards. And so I just want to go ahead and provide you some resources as far as where you can get some information. So I think I skipped something here. Hold on one second. Yep, here we go. I want to talk about how to approach the Latino market before I jump into the resources. So one of the biggest things that you'll want to know is understand the Latino market. It is a different culture. It is a little bit different from what you're used to. You might see a lot of similarities, but because at the end of the day, we all bleed red, right? But if you understand a little bit of the culture, you'll know many Latinos are low tech, high touch. What does that mean? That means that not all of them are able to utilize a cell phone. Not all of them will be able to connect to Zoom. It can be very frustrating when you're trying to invite someone to see a meeting and they don't understand what Zoom is. And so you have to have a little more patience with that, but that is more of the norm than not. So with them, you'll want to do more phone calls, more text. If it's possible, just like with our business, in-person meetings are always going to be your go-to. If it's something that you can do and go meet up with them, print the Spanish and the English version, more than half of the people that live here in the US understand some sort of English. And even if you don't know a whole lot, there's Duolingo, bring a buddy. I don't know if you guys can make it work to where you can show them that information. Trust me, they are going to be super appreciative. And then the other thing is understand their mindset. As I mentioned before, many of these Latinos are here to be part of the American dream. I know a lot of them. Obviously, being grown up in a border town, I know that I never felt like I was Mexican. I never felt like I was American because I was just a little mutt growing up in a bilingual world, bilingual culture. But, you know, I knew the purpose of it. I knew that we were here to build the American dream. And so that's really what I focus on. So use this information to be able to connect with them. Show them that ACN is the vehicle to help them get there. Show them that they do have an opportunity here. The ACN model is a no-brainer, right? And so we can definitely talk a lot about this. Building your business in Latin America is not necessarily about the money. It's about serving and helping them help their family. So if you're able to showcase that vision and let them know how they can help others more so than basing it on the money, that money's going to come. Mr. Thomas always says, you get everything that you give will come back to you tenfold. And it is so very true. Look at him. He's not an SVP just because, right? He is a servant leader. He is here. He doesn't even care whose team you are on. He doesn't care who he's helping. He doesn't care if he makes any money off of you. He's just really here to help. And that is one of the things that you will get out of building your business through the Latino market as well, because you will be able to help more people. Not saying that you cannot do that in any other market. I'm just saying statistics and the numbers show this is where it's at. There is a huge, huge opportunity here. And so, again, the Latino community tends to be extra hungry. Why? Because they are here for a reason. There's a purpose why they are coming here. They have no problem. I've seen this happen. They'll show the business at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, during holidays. It doesn't matter where they're at. Being that hungry, you will see that they will go off to the side so that they can talk to you about a business opportunity. You will see that the majority of these people, when they have a dream, they go all out. It's just a fact, guys. It really is. So what do you want to do? Make a list. Who do you know that is bilingual? Why bilingual? Because you want to start there. If you know a little bit of Spanish, then you're already a little bit ahead of the game. If you do not speak Spanish, try to find someone that is bilingual. We are in the US, people are speaking more English. So try to see if you can find someone there. I can promise you that bilingual person will lead you to someone and you can partner up with them where you can actually make it work. Besides like all the other resources that we do have, if you can find that leader that is bilingual and leverage them to be able to talk to other people, you will build a huge team. So try to target that first. But if you can't, then just target anybody, period. Construction owners, business owners, restaurant owners. These people, like I said, just like we do in our normal business, these are the successful people that will help you build a big team. These people, Latinos that have these types of business owners, restaurant owners, you're going to find a conglomerate of people. You're going to find different ethnicities. You're going to find a lot of different people that will be able to help you. So start from there. One of the things that has helped me, again, even though I speak Spanish and I'm Latina, I still want to try and target people from other countries and from other places. So what you can do if you want to start in your own state or in your own area, join a Facebook group. Do a search for Latinos in Las Vegas, Latinos in Tennessee, Latinos in California. Start looking for, Mr. Thomas said no, because he wants to take them all. So don't go into his city. Don't start tapping into don't stop tapping into his market. But you know what? If you don't do it, someone will. So you might as well start joining this group. Build those relationships. Understand that it's not going to build overnight. It is super important. We are a different species. That relationship building, that hugging, that whole connection is huge. So take your time in getting to know these people, because that's what really will allow you to go ahead and talk about the business at some point. Practice. Try practicing talking to people, asking about their families, get to know them a little bit more. But these Facebook groups or whatever social media platform you use, get in there, get comfortable and starting to talk to these people. Look for Latino entrepreneurs. There's tons of groups. If you do a really quick Google search on these groups, you're going to see that there's a lot of people out there. Post something fun. We did the ACN, social media challenge, and asking those questions and kind of getting to people to interact. Utilize that in these groups. Talk about a different language, talk about your favorite food in that particular group. Do something to make that connection, and then start building your list from there so that you can talk to these people. Look for cultural or networking events in your area and make it a point to attend one. There's always something, a Colombian festival going on, or a Mexican Cinco de Mayo or something. Attend those events and start networking with people. This is what we do in ACN. We talk to people. So get out there, get out of your comfort zone and start getting to know these people. Exchange business cards, keep in touch with them, do your follow-up. I promise you that it'll all be worth it. And then now to go into some Spanish resources. What do you do once you've made all these connections, once you have your list, once you have all these phone numbers? What do? You go to ACN Compass in Spanish. Now, granted, ACN has not had all of the Spanish material that we need in order to teach these people and run a business. However, this year, ACN has done a fantastic job in including picking videos, presentation. The compensation plan is in Spanish. If you go into your back office, you'll see a little where it says English. Try it. Go ahead and click on it and go to Spanish. You're going to see that there's a lot of information on there that you can share to your prospects. And then know who represents the Spanish community. I didn't mean to put speakers. I meant community on there. So pretend that says community. But we do have our Vivint representatives. We do have Axel. I know that you guys have seen the Vivint trainings that we have here. There's also, Axel does some in Spanish. He's done those for the Spanish group. There's Lourdes for Impact Health Sharing, ID Seal. Now, while it's not necessarily recommended that you contact these people directly, there is a Spanish option when you dial the phone number that you can get a hold of someone. But again, once you build a relationship with these representatives, I can guarantee you Axel will remember Jomar. He'll say, oh yeah, Jomar has led me to 5 different customers in Spanish. Or once you build that relationship, then you'll be able to go ahead and contact them directly. It does seem like Zoom Energy, Sphere, I believe Sphere, I'm not sure that the Spanish speaking representative is there, but I know that no matter what phone number you call, you'll get the resources that you need. Just know where to go to be able to plug your people in, whether it's a customer or if you're wanting to bring them over to look at the information. Network with other Spanish speaking IBOs. I love going to conventions and talking to people. Mr. Kenneth Roberts, we had a great conversation in Fort Worth. I don't know, I can't tell you how many people that are on here that I've spoken with. I love learning and knowing that you do have a resource here. If you network with these Spanish speaking IBOs, you'll be able to have that support and a little bit of help when you do come across these people. So make sure that you do take their numbers as well. And then we do have, as most of you may or may not know, there's the Estamos Unidos community. This is a group that I've been assisting with and leading. It's a dedicated group of people from all different teams. This is not a team. It is all different teams. We unite together. We provide a platform where you can plug people into presentations, as well as offer a Sunday training. Now, this is not the official system of ACN, but it mirrors the same exact system as ACN. Our material comes from ACN Compass. So everything that we utilize is all on there. We are not doing anything other than to help people have a platform that they can plug their people into. You can look us up on Facebook. You can find these people. I know Ishmael also has, sometimes he'll post presentations in Spanish as well. There are a lot of resources out there. You just need to know where to go to find them so that you can go ahead and look for them. But as far as Estamos Unidos, I just want to go ahead and touch bases on this. This group was created. You guys may know Douglas Soto. He's the one that created this vision initially. But what has happened here is we have connected with people from all of these 9 different countries that speak Spanish. Yes, there's people that speak Spanish in Australia. Yes, there's people that speak Spanish in Canada. Yes, there's people that speak Spanish in Italy, Spain, UK, Colombia, Mexico, and Peru. There is a group of people in all of these 9 countries doing Spanish presentations that already live there. The plug is, if you have people that live in these countries, you can always contact them, plug them into a presentation there. You don't have to worry about being there. This is what this group does. Again, these are people that are combined from different groups. It's not one team, it's not one group. It is very much ACN. So just so you guys know, there are those out there. We do have presentations and information all over social media if it's something that you are interested. However, for the US, and this is the US only, all of the presentations are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And here's the times on here, and the Zoom ID number. And then on Sundays, there's a presentation followed by a training. So very similar to what you would get on a Saturday training, except this one is on Sundays. It is in Spanish for anybody that would like to join. I do invite you guys to at least plug in so that you can kind of see what that looks like. Just so that you can get an idea and get a feel for what it is. So definitely leverage this information, leverage these platforms so that you are able to go ahead and build and boost your business. Start here in your backgrounds before you start going into other countries, because it doesn't, if you're able to start managing it here, you'll be able to go ahead and go over there. But don't forget to ask who you know. So that's all the information that I have for today. But what I would like to do is, I do want you guys to hear from someone that has had such a great experience utilizing this information. So I want her to tell you guys a little bit of her story and how she was able to connect. This person does not speak Spanish at all. And let me tell you, her team is booming in Colombia because she knew someone that spoke Spanish. So I don't want you guys to take it from me, because I'm just saying, I just threw a bunch of stats out there and I just told you what I think, being a Latina myself, what I think we can bring to your business. But I want you guys to hear directly from someone. So this person is a phenomenal leader. She is the trendiest person that you will see in the Zoom. She's always wearing glasses that match her outfits and are very different. So Mr. Clemens, are you able to make Miss Sherian a co-host or unmute her microphone so that she can speak? I'd like to bring Miss Sherian Afuape, Regional Coordinator, to the call so she can talk a little bit about what her experience has been in leading.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas, for this platform. Thank you so much, Magaly, for giving me this opportunity to share some information about my story. I'm not going to take long, you guys. I just wanted to share with you, Magaly is absolutely correct about the impact of getting together and becoming familiar with other ACN IBOs, especially those that are bilingual. The Estamos Unidos platform is absolutely incredible. I had picked a gentleman years ago when ACN first went into Colombia, and because I don't speak Spanish and he doesn't speak English, we just did a lot of going back and forth, but he wasn't really ready to do ACN. But last year, Douglas Soto talked to me about, who do you know in another country that speaks Spanish? And I thought about this gentleman. And so I offered him to come to the Estamos Unidos event online. He was extremely excited because of the professionalism of all of the people that are involved in the leadership of Estamos Unidos. He got excited about ACN. He got involved, and then he started bringing other people to the team. And I tell you, I couldn't have done this without the support and the platform of the ACN system in Spanish that's being delivered by Estamos Unidos. So you guys, we have a tremendous resource in Estamos Unidos, and all the professionals, Douglas Soto, Magaly Castro, Martha Gonzalez, and Maria Estrada. Those guys, they're top level. You guys should use them. Go for it. Have a great day. Thank you, everyone.
There you go. And guys, Sherian is just one of several people that have been helped by doing this. And as you saw, she told you guys she does not speak Spanish at all. This gentleman did not speak English. It really was just making the connection. That's why it's important that you guys know. And there are other Spanish presentations, other platforms out there, but I will tell you this is the largest one that is out there. So I don't want to promote one specific one, but I will tell you that if you guys need a resource, definitely count on this particular one. I mean, you have me there, you can always contact. Most of you know Douglas Soto. Maria's always on these calls. She is another phenomenal person that assists. Natalie, I see Lupita on here as well. But you guys, really, it's just a matter of knowing who to connect your people and making those connections. Our business, that's what it's all about, networking. Don't leave your fellow ACN IBOs alone. Like, still network with them, because like Sherian said, she's done a lot because she connected the people, but literally she just sits back and watches everybody else and watches her team grow. They say that you can build a business and make money while you sleep. That's exactly what she's doing. But more importantly, she is helping these people change their lives. That dollar converted into that Colombian peso, trust me, it goes a long way for these Colombian families. And so that's definitely something to be proud of. So very proud of you, Sherian, for everything that you do out there. And that's it, guys. That's all I have. If you guys have any questions, if you guys would like to hear a little bit more or anything like that, feel free to go ahead and reach out. Mr. Thomas, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to speak a little bit. I hope you guys learned a little bit or took a little bit out of this conversation or all these stats. I know it was a little full of information and stats, but next time I'll make it more fun, I promise. Thank you, Mr. Thomas.